Pirate Stew by Neil Gaiman. Pirate stew, pirate stew, pirate stew for me and you. The night my mum and dad went out, I said, "We won't be babysat." They said, "You must not grump and pout, we're going out, and that is that. We planned a quite exciting night. At first we'll dine by candlelight, then watch a most instructive show in which we'll learn how flowers grow. You have to promise to behave." Then from the hall there came a pitter thump. "We know you'll both be brave. Say hello to your babysitter." His hair was grey, his face was scarred, right leg a peg, left hand a hook. He grinned a grin and said, "My card." It read, Long John McRon, ship's cook. My mum and dad said, "Time to run. Mr. McRon is going to feed you." Long John said, "Mateys, you have fun, and we will call you if we need you, which we will not." So off they zoomed. My sister whispered, "We are doomed." My parents had not been gone long, when someone knocked upon the door, and two cracked voices raised in song were joined by several voices more. The door was opened. In they came, a pirate crew. They were not tame. Now one was fat and one was thin. One had a hanky on her head. One played upon the violin, 15 bad men upon a dead man's chest, and such like pirate ditties. My sister said, "Excuse me, when is dinner?" "Coming soon, my pretties," replied a pirate queen. So then the pirates headed for the fridge, and gazed inside with puzzled looks. Some of the pirates scratched their heads. Some of the pirates sucked their hooks. "It's difficult to choose," said one. "Impossible," began another. "We have to feed 'em," Long John said. "I told their father and their mother. We pirates always keeps our word." At that, each pirate nodded head, and so they thoughtfully conferred. "Arr! Beans on toast?" "No beans. No bread." "Or scrambled eggs?" "Too complicated." "Spaghetti." "Looks like worms," one said. Old Long John thought. He hesitated. He said, "Me hearties, this is true. We ought to do what pirates do. We ought to make a pirate stew." Long John produced an ancient pot. He then produced a wooden spoon. "We will serve it piping hot underneath the pirate's moon." He beat his spoon against the pan, and with one voice they all began shouting out most joyfully, "Now we're back home from the sea! Pirate stew, pirate stew, pirate stew for me and you! Pirate stew, pirate stew, eat it and you won't be blue! You can be a pirate too!" Start with onions, start with carrots, add the seeds that feeds the parrots, pulverized with heavy pestles. Leeks are good, except in vessels. Add a figurehead so curvy and some limes to ward off scurvy. Half a dozen silver spoons, half a sack of gold doubloons. That's the stew that you'll get rich in. Here they danced about the kitchen. Add a haddock, fat or thin. Splice the main brace, drop it in. Tumble in the smorgasbord, stir it with a pirate sword, season it with mermaid's tears, sang the band of buccaneers. Cannonballs and red bandanas, pineapples and brown bananas, locks from Davy Jones's lockers, blood and thunders, shilling shockers. Add a slice of plank for walking, and some extra R's for talking. All the seashells she sells surely, pop the lid on most securely, cook it in a treasure chest, stir it till it tastes the best, serve it, eat it, then digest. Finally, one ancient codger said, "I've got a Jolly Roger," so he threw that in as well. Then they rang the dinner bell. Pirate stew, pirate stew, pirate stew for me and you. Pirate stew, eat it and you won't be blue. You'll become a pirate too. But my sister said to me, "If you eat that pirate stew, you'll be what they say you'll be. You'll become a pirate too." So we left our bowls of stew, quite unnoticed by the crew, much too busy chowing down. "Now," they cried, "we'll go to town." For the house became piratic. Sails billowed from the attic. All the pirates called, "Ahoy! Raise the anchor, girl and boy." We went out into the garden, hauled the anchor off the railing. "As the moon's above the yardarm," called the pirates, "let's go sailing." They sailed that house about the town. They sailed it left, they sailed it right, they sailed it up, they sailed it down, they sailed it out into the night. They sailed our townhouse down the road. "Old freebooters never stop," sang the pirates. Then they spotted Sally's little donut shop. "I am closing for the night," Sally told them, but the crew shouted, "We are pirates bright, here to do what pirates do. Hand over your donuts, hearties, we will have a donut party." She said, "They're this morning's donuts, slightly stale. No need to shout. Would you like to take and eat them? Otherwise I'll throw them out." All the pirates cheered so loudly, threw their hats into the air, paid a gold coin, stating proudly, "Pirates always pay their share." Donuts jammy, donuts creamy, donuts chocolate, donuts pale, donuts yummy, donuts dreamy, donuts only slightly stale. Me and sister gobbled up a lot of donuts for our supper. Then we dropped the pirate crew beside the saucy treasure chest, where pirates guzzle rum and do whatever pirates do the best. And as Long John steered us homeward, buccaneers called, "Toodle pip!" Soon we anchored in our garden, in our house, our home, our ship. Parents tiptoed in and found us, sitting on the kitchen tiles. We were terrified they'd ground us. Not this time. They were all smiles. Long John told us that, as kids go, you're the cream of any crop. Then they spied 2 dinner bowls untouched upon the countertop. My mum said, "Gosh, that smells like stew, and we are both still peckish here." We told them, "No, they aren't for you. They're more or less a souvenir." "What luck!" cried Mum. "Oh, good," said Dad. "A late-night snack is what we need. Our meal tonight was very bad. Let's snack," said Dad. Said Mum, "Let's feed." We yelled, "That's what you must not do!" Too late, as one they spooned and scoffed. "Yum, yum," they said, "it's scrumptious stew." "Now hoist the pirate flag aloft." And that is why since then we've had a pirate mum and pirate dad. Pirate stew, pirate stew, pirate stew for me and you. Thank you for listening, me hearties. Come back soon. Arr.